Alrighty. Work badge. So last time we were here, when last we left this project, I was building a laptop bag. So this is a folding bag, workspace area thing. Folding bag that will contain my laptop. Actually, not quite a laptop. It is this sort of two-in-one tablet laptop thing. And basically, I want to contain this and all sorts of accessories. So I started assembling it, and now I realize I really need to plan out what I want in all the different parts of this. And so that's what we're going to figure out now. So I started putting together all of the different components I want in this bag. And this will kind of give me an idea of what next. So, one other thing. I need batteries. This may seem crazy, and indeed it might be crazy. But here's the thing. If I'm going to make a laptop bag, I wanted to have everything I will need for my laptop. Like, I don't want to have to also carry other things with me, right? So we have our laptop, our thing. Let me actually grab, is this the pocket? That's the pocket. So I may need to redo the pocket actually because the pocket's huge. Yeah, it's way bigger than I need for my laptop, and that's important because I want it to fit relatively snugly, right? I don't want lots of space in here for it to fly all around. So I'll probably have to, I may just cut part of this off and sew another piece on or something like that. We'll see. Okay, point being, let's figure this out. So I could actually do it this way. So it folds out like this. Ooh, I kind of like that. That's a thought. And then I have two more pockets. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So here are all the other things I want in here. I need a charger. I need the AC cord, basically. Actually, let's go over here. So, well, no. That's right. I was thinking about this. If this folds over like this, and this folds over like this, no. So yeah, the heavy stuff is gonna have to be in this pocket, but I don't want that because no, it's gonna have to be over here. This is basically the top of the bag. I'm sorry, this is gonna be the top of the bag. So this is gonna be in a pocket, and there's gonna be a flap that comes over like this. Actually, there's gonna be a flap that comes up like this, and a flap that comes down like this. This flap will come out and be your mouse pad. So it needs to be relatively flat, even with stuff in it. So this needs to have the lumpy stuff, basically. So I also have a thing for my work badge. It's obviously not my real work badge, but it'll do in a pinch. So big heavy stuff will have to go here. That's there. I also want a power bank, so I have a nice big heavy power bank. So that'll go over here as well. And so if those fold over, that's going to be basically that entire space. Okay. I'm going to see if I can fit all this stuff. I may need to kind of rework and rethink this. The work badge can go in an outer pocket, and that's actually really what I want to do with that. So I'm going to move that aside for now. I do have a separate mouse that I could use. Potential. Let's see here. But more importantly, I've got my adapter. So USB, USB-C, SD card, and HDMI. So that needs to go in here. That's absolutely necessary. I have an HDMI cable, which is important because I'm often doing presentations off of this tablet, so that definitely needs to be in here. I would like to have some headphones. I actually have some Bluetooth headphones, but honestly, I am not in. I'm not the kind of person that needs Bluetooth headphones for the kind of stuff I do, and these sorts of things, they're just so much more compact. So I'm going to live with that. You know, this is for being at a hotel or otherwise being out, you know, at a coffee shop or something like that. So I don't need anything too crazy when it comes to audio for that. I can get buds, that kind of thing. This is an extra USB-C to USB cord. What is this for? This is for something. Oh, yeah, it's for that. To plug that in and charge it. Cool. Unfortunately, this does not have, this is kind of welded in, otherwise I can just plug and play, but whatever. And I've tried a few like adapter bricks, but nothing yet has worked quite right for this. So I have these. I also have a pen. This is actually not the pen I don't think that I was going to use, but it is the stand-in. So I want that for like drawing and such. Batteries. Again, this is kind of silly, but well, if I don't have the mouse, I don't need the batteries for that, but I do want the clicker. So I do have, let me get one. There it is. I actually have my eye on a very thin clicker that is basically like this, but this size. And so what I probably should do actually is get something that size. So let me grab, yeah, that's about right. So this is going to be my stand-in for my clicker. This can go back here. This can go up here. All right, so the question is, can I reasonably fit all of this in one flap? I think I can. Oh, and then also SD cards. I'm going to have a few SD cards because I have SD slots on here. And it's like, why not? Is that? Huh, there's a little slot in there. TF? What's TF stand for? One moment. TF. TF card? Next, a TF card. Trans flash card. I've heard of a TF flash memory card. So these must be new things. I'm just learning about this. TF flash, SDHC. Let me just look a little bit. So it's a SanDisk standard. Smallest flash memory cards available. So you can be found in smartphones. Now available up to 128 gigs. Okay, whatever. My preference at this point is to have an adapter with a couple of tiny micro SD cards. This is a 128 gig micro SD card, and so I can just, you know, plug that in and have a whole, you know, I could have a terabyte of storage in no space at all. Again, useful for backups and transfers and such. Okay, so then I have this, which is what? This is a, that's interesting. It's a micro, or it's USB-C to a USB female adapter. What would I use that for? I mean, I could do this, but that seems kind of silly. Well, I can find a use for it, I'm sure. And if not, that's fine. One other thing. Again, this seems silly, but if I'm on the run and if I'm running from one place to another, if I'm going to a con, I often have like food with me and such. So I would actually like to have a spot for these. Maybe on the side, maybe again in sort of an external pocket. It would probably have to be on here. So we'll think about this. So here's the next idea. What I'm going to do, since I know I want these two things, I'm going to have two pockets in this left side of the bag. One for each of these. This one's way heavier. It's going to be on the bottom. It's going to be like this. So this is going to basically, again, be on a flap inside pockets and will fold over like this. Right? And that'll be the inside. And then all these will be in pockets that will fold over on here. That's the idea. So now that I see that, I have some sense of sort of scale and size on things. Oh, I forgot about this. Business cards. Again, if I'm at a convention, if I'm running around, I need business cards that I can actually use. So I know I will have business cards with me. So that can also go in here. I think that we can fit that in with all these things. Ideally, let's think. Because here's the thing, I don't want one giant pocket with all this flying around in it, but also I don't want, you know, a tiny pocket for this and a tiny pocket for that, necessarily. So, I almost feel like I could have a zippered inner pocket. I can have like two pockets on top of each other. You know, one for the cord, maybe, come in and out, and another to contain all of this stuff. I don't know. I kind of like to have multiple pockets for each of these things. The pocket for the SD cards, the pocket for the batteries. Definitely a pocket for the batteries. Batteries are for my clicker. Maybe clicker and batteries? I don't know. What makes sense? I want to be able to grab things quickly and easily, but I don't need a million things. Oh, and I should also point out, I'm going to have a bit of chipboard in this pocket on top of it, so that when you fold this out, this will be flat. Even if there's stuff in here, it will, you know, it will be a flat surface, even if it's a little, you know, kitty cornered on something. But it's not going to, you know, fold over all of these shapes. Yeah, I kind of want separate pockets for each thing, but that's going to be silly to have a bazillion pockets. I do have a couple of zippers. I kind of like the idea of everything in here being in a separate zippered pocket. But that seems like overkill. Well, here's the thing. I can essentially make all this stuff, make all the pockets, and then figure out from there, right? I can kind of go from thing to thing. So, if I have these various things, and then I fold it over, right. Now, I'm going to need some space, and I'll attach a strap once I have everything assembled. I'll just sew it right on. Okay, I think I'm getting it. So I'm not going to, do I want the separate mouse? Do I need a mouse? I mean, I have a trackpad on here. It just seems like it's going to add a giant bulky thing into the middle of all of these things. And I'm just not sure if I want it, but I don't want it, and it's fairly heavy. Yeah, I want it, which also means more batteries. Okay. Oh, okay. And again, this seems silly, but when you're in a hotel at 11 o'clock at night and your mouse dies, and there's nothing open to get batteries, you know, and you don't have a car, and you just need to go and get batteries, it really sucks to not have spare batteries. So I want the spare batteries. Does this take... I think this takes double A's. Single double A. Okay. Well, that's better. All right. And then again, the work badge will go on the outside of just a pocket, so I can... Actually, no, I don't need the work badge because I'm not going to take this to work. I have a separate bag for work, and I don't want to cross the streams. Okay. So that's one less thing. Cool. All right. I have a sense here. Now, obviously, you don't want these two pockets right next to each other because then you can't really fold this over. So I'm going to need some space between the two. And I'm going to need that pocket on there. So let me re-grab. So this is the piece that I cut out initially for the bag. And the good news is it's pretty good here. So that's fine. And then I have these other pieces. You know what I might do? This may seem crazy. Is I may just keep this as is. Have it be it is much longer than I need, but that's all right. I'm fine with it being longer. Then I can cut it down once I've kind of got these pieces assembled. So that's cool. The other thing though is I don't want this as the outside of the bag. I want that vinyl for the outside of the bag. So I'm going to cut this vinyl. It's actually kind of a faux leather thing. And I think I'm going to just sew it to the entire outside of that. Just all around it to create a large thing, a large rectangle that is basically felt on one side and this stuff on the other side, which should add to the rigidity of it, I should expect. That's interesting. There's a felt on this side, which is kind of nice, actually. I just realized. Do I keep this and then sew the pockets onto this? And obviously I'd fold over and sew those seams. So this is my outside, and then I sew the pockets to the inside of that. That could work. That could totally work. Okay. I like that idea. So, where does this begin? And where does it end? There is no ending. That's not long enough. Well, that sure is. Okay. I got way more fabric than I thought I needed. This is how much they said I needed, but this is way more than I need. So I'll reuse it for something. Okay, so I need chalk, which might be here in my materials, might not. Doesn't appear to be. Nope. I'll be right back with some chalk. I thought I was. Where's my chalk? I do not have many places to hide this. Up here? Where's my chalk? Alright, that's dispiriting. Perhaps I messed up. Perhaps it's in here. Nope, it's not in there. Huh. I have other options, but that kind of sucks. Okay, well. Let's redo it. Let's think about this again. All right. I'm going to lay this out. Don't worry, you'll see this in a minute. Okay. So here's my piece. I'm going to take this. Oh, but now I have to be more. No, because I'm gonna. That's right. We're fine. We're fine. It's all fine. It's all good. All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna cut this. To that shape. I might even cut just all the way across. Why the heck not? Okay. Again, I can always trim this up, I think. Yeah, so I'm basically I'm gonna do one giant strip, then I'm gonna make a pocket, sew it to the middle of the strip, make another pocket, sew it to other pieces, and that should be it. Now, I don't know if this is supposed to come off. I think it's supposed to be glued. Yeah, and I think if I just, yeah, alright. Alrighty. Again, this may be the wrong thing you're supposed to do, but I think it's going to work. Or the wrong thing compared to what you're supposed to do. Okay. So basically, how am I doing? don't like that. Because I'm going to have to fold that over and then sew that to, no. I need another piece. I need it to be a lot, or a significant amount farther. So I need to cut this again. I should have been more cognizant of that. But okay, so if I want to fold that over, yeah, I'm going to come out to here. And I'm basically just eyeballing this. So that becomes scrap, which again I'm sure I can use somewhere. And then this is a piece. Good. So I can sew that over. Yeah, I mean I have to actually cut some off of this. That was a little too much, but that's all right. So again, the idea is, if you imagine this as the one pocket and this as the other pocket, this is going to fold over like this. This is going to fold over like this. I'm going to have Velcro on the inside. Sewn onto the inside of this, here and here. So those will hold. There will be a chipboard here, and then kind of the pockets inside. Okay, so we're getting there. We are getting there. Cool. Next question is, do I want to sew the seams together? I think so. Okay. Okay. But then if I do that, I won't have. So here's the next question. Do I need the edges done to sew the pockets on? I do, in the sense that the pockets need somewhere to end. So I'm going to do pockets basically on the three sides, but not finish the end because I'm going to put the zips there. Let me check the zips. Here's a Velcro. We got a bunch of zips. Oh dear. Well, that's not good. I screwed that up. Those are giant zips. Well, so that's the next thing. I'm going to have to get much smaller zippers. Okay. So, note to self. Probably what I should do actually is sew this all and then measure for the zips and then get the zippers and sew those onto it. So, okay, fair enough. But the other thing here too is, so you see these zippers, there's all this extra space on here because you're going to sew that, onto the thing. So we actually have some options there in terms of the size of that pocket. So as you can imagine, if I'm sewing this, if I sew one side onto the bottom of, like on this seam, so it's kind of like this, and then the other onto the top, that's actually pretty close to the height I want for the pocket. So I don't need the pockets to fold over too much. It's going to be basically, a three-sided pocket, and then the other side will be the zipper. So that makes sense. Again, I'm not going to finish this bag today. I'm just going to make some progress. Just hoping I can make some decent progress. So here's the next thing. So if I sew over this edge, make it nice and, you can't really see that. If I sew this edge over into one nice seam, just kind of finished, if you will, then I can assemble and sew a pocket here that would contain, this, but I don't need to know exactly the edge here. And I can do the same thing here and here for these pieces and do the zipper later. How big of a zipper can you do? Or, I'm sorry, how small? How short of a zipper is available? That's my next question. So let me do a little research. Because the question is, do those need to be like Velcro? Then there's the further question, now that I'm thinking about it. Oops. What if all the pockets were Velcro? And I just pull it out, pull it out. That would eliminate the need for all the zippers. The zippers are more secure because Velcro can fly, and Velcro requires flaps, which is less than ideal. But zippers are also more fiddly, like they can get caught. Well, next question. I'm going to do a moment of research. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Michaels. So Michaels is a popular craft store chain in my area. And I'm going to look for zippers. 30 inch, 45 inch, 27 inch, 54 inch, 16 inch, 5 inch. Seven-inch, bunch of 7 inches. I'm just trying to get a sense. There's another 5 inch. Okay, so I'm trying to get a sense of kind of how close I can get to things. So there's that's 7 inches right there. There's a 9-inch. So like right there. That's 7 inches. I get a 9-inch. Like I see a 9-inch. Another 9-inch, a couple of 9 inches. Okay, good. $2 each. So, all right, good. That's 9 inches. That's pretty good. So the point being that I can get them in basically 2-inch increments, starting at 5. All right, so I could do a 9-inch zipper there, and that would maybe even a 7-inch. No, it would need to be 9. Yeah. Just so we have space for it to pop out. All right. Yeah, I think we want to do zippers. So like I said, I think if we do that edge, then I can do a pocket here, pocket here, pocket here, even pockets over here. And then I can sew this edge, this edge over here, this edge on this side. Yeah, so that's that edge down to whatever pocket I'm doing. Because the pockets don't need to go all the way to the edge of the material. Yeah, so I can do a pocket, another pocket, and then say, okay, that's where the edge needs to be. I like that. Then just to be careful of where everything is. And that also means I can kind of work with the material. So I can, arrange a pocket, kind of pin it in place, and then fold it over and make sure everything's fitting. I like that. Okay, so I need to sew this. I'm also going to take a photo. Of all this. So I know what I want. I do think I'm going to need a separate pocket, a separate sort of top pocket for this somehow, for this cable, HDMI cable. Wish there was some easy way of like coiling that up and putting it somewhere. I don't know. Camera. So let me just remind myself of all the pieces I want here. I'm going to do the trail mix bags, trail mix bars. I don't know quite where I'm going to put them, but I feel like that is something I care about. Okay, so that right there is my pack. Cool. So now, we need to move some things out of the way. So we can actually do some work here. Gosh, it's falling all over the place. And this will go here for now. All right, time for the sewing machine. 5,000 pounds. All right, and then is that it? Is that the piece? Already messed up. This is going away. Cool. So I know this is what I want to start with. Now, as you'll remember from last time, I broke my needle. So I'm going to try to fix that today. So I removed the old needle, and I have a pack of new needles. And looking online, they were like, you should replace your needle like every 6 uses, which seems absurd to me. But I don't know. I literally don't know. So how do I get into this pack of needles would be the question. I think I have to puncture. Okay, I need to cut that. There are my scissors. Okay. I grab this. Grab a needle out of this. It needs to go that way. And then, so I kind of insert it. Because it kind of came right out, as I recall. Let's see here. That's right, there was this little thing. So, presumably, I can just slide this up. Yeah, there it goes. And then do that. Tighten that up. Okay, that seems okay. Alright, the needle is still ready to go. I just need to thread it onto the, sorry, the thread is ready to go. I just need to thread it onto the needle. Where's the, there it is. Which is always is easier said than done. Did that work? That worked. Wow. All right, and then you run it through there. All right, and then you remember hearing how to do that. And that should, it's supposed to, you know, do the thread thing. Okay. I feel like I should test that. Have I some scrap fabric to work with? I can real quick. This is what I want to, yeah, right. Okay. So let me just take, I'm going to take some of this here, fold it over on fold it in on itself. And just try to sew that and see what happens. Just verifying that everything is the way we expect it to be. We need to put that down. Nope. Okay. What did I do wrong? That's not on the needle anymore. That's our first problem. Okay. That bobbin's there. It comes down. Well, let me just check if I did that right. Where are my instructions? Okay. I have the instructions written down in this little Moleskine. Back when I used the Moleskine. Where is it? There it is. Pull thread. And trace into curly metal bits. Pass. Put down presser foot and thread the needle left to right. That's the problem. I did it right to left. Who knew that mattered? I mean, obviously, everyone who's ever used a sewing machine knows that. But I didn't. Not off the top of my head. Okay. this is not going to be possible because the thread is curling in on itself. So I may need to cut it or trim it somehow to get it through there. Unless I like installed this backwards. It's not supposed to do that. All right. Through, yes. All right, and then you go down like that. All right, so we'll try this again. Again, just folding over this and sewing it onto itself just to see if that works. Lower the foot. Look at that. Yay. I got some weirdness there. Something's got like multiple lines there. There we go. Okay, cool. So now, again, we throw this away, and I'm going to grab my tea, which is now lukewarm. So I'm going to reheat it up. There we go. That's a big help. All right. So now we take what we want, which is this guy. This is going to be an interesting challenge. I'm going to fold it over. Now the question is it easier to go through like this or, fold it under? I think it's going to be easier doing this because then I can see how much I'm sewing over. And I'm going to try making that the width and a little more of the foot. I think that will be a useful guideline. All right. Obviously, I can't do this as one unbroken thing, but I'm going to see what happens here. So again, I'm just making a seam here, basically, I think. Messing that up. Okay. Okay. Why it feels like it's curving. And again, this may get completely screwed up and I may have to do it all over again. That's okay. I'm learning. That's a problem. Okay. Get something off base there. Okay, I'm definitely doing something weird with that. there. Okay. I think I can recover. I just wasn't adjusting correctly. Nope. Wait, I'm not sewing. What happened to my stitch? Hold on. Bobbin out? Looks like it. That may stop things. Oops. Hold on. I knocked my mouse off and then it disappeared. There it is. Okay. Oh, whoa. The foot isn't staying on. It doesn't help. Alright, so we need to get down to there, which I think is basically just like that, just pops up, right? Something like that? Or not? Okay, how do you get to the bobbin? Probably in the handy dandy Moleskine. Maybe not. Needle horizontal position. Position of stops. Normal pattern. Bobbin on front so it won't get tangled. Don't know what that means. Finish fabric. Cut length beyond end of cabinet. Start with press your foot up. If here needle horizontal position must be center. Oh yeah. Needle horizontal position. Why don't we just that's good to know. I think I want that in the horizontal position. In general, let's put it back for now. Reverse stitch length. Stitch length. That's a 4, which is long. Yeah. So I should probably adjust that. Okay. Bobbin on front so it won't get tangled. It's always at top. Oh, I think we mean that. In holder and attach below needle. Rotate wheel by hand when revolution so needle comes back up. Then through to back of machine. Yeah. Ensure both threads feed beneath front and close middle trapdoor. How do I open the middle trapdoor? Add a thread. Unused. Pulling up finished fabric. I did not document how to open the trapdoor. Wait a minute. He just slides out that way. Yep. And then there's this, which has yep. Sure enough, this guy's empty. Problem is, I don't think I have any more. So that may be it for tonight on this particular side of the project. Let me check in the other room just to see what I might have. So the good news is I found the chalk. I had a little bag of stuff. The bad news is sure enough, I don't have any more of those little things, these little things that you need for the other half of the thread. So, yeah, we're done for the night, I guess. And I'll be going to the store and getting a bunch more of those. But, fret not. Let's take a look at this. Is this the one? Yeah. So here is what we were doing. So we're sewing down that edge, and we just ran out of thread at that point, as you can. Oops. We ran out of thread at that point, as you can see. Just boom, no more thread. So I'll just have to come back and sew that on, and we'll do more pockets. So okay, I'm not horrified by this. I might do a special Workshop Wednesday for this. To make some progress, because it does take a long time to make progress on this. Maybe like a Friday or Saturday or Sunday or something. I'll make some more progress on this. Because otherwise, I feel like we'll spend months working on this because it's just a few hours at a time. And we'll see, and maybe we'll make some good progress. So that's gonna be it for us for tonight. Thank you all very much as always for joining me, and we'll be back next week with more stuff. See ya. Till then, make something.